Hey guys, welcome to the video. Today I'm looking at the G602 and I have a G500S here for comparison. First off, I want to say that I really like this mouse. I like it way more than I expected to like it, and it's really comparable to this. I mean, I find myself using this over this just because, I don't know, I like it. It's good. And I wasn't expecting that, so first off, let's just look at it, the design of it and stuff. The scroll wheel is plastic. It's like a plasticky rubber type material, where on here it's metal with some kind of rubber in the middle. And even though this is metal, it doesn't feel high quality when compared to this, because this, it's more stable. It feels like it should be, but this one is like wobbly, and I don't like that. I never liked that. I love this mouse, but I never liked how the scroll wheel felt. And let's see, the buttons. The buttons here are great, and if you're coming from another Logitech mouse that has these buttons on the side, like here, they're in the exact same place. Like these two buttons here are in the exact same place as these two. So there's nothing to get used to. They're just, you have more buttons to play with now. And you have the DPI buttons here. Since this mouse is wireless, it needs to have good battery life, and that's one of the main reasons I got it. It's one of the few gaming grade wireless mice that has good, or at least acceptable, battery life. And this is part of the reason why it has good battery life. This is an endurance and performance mode. Let me turn it on. See, it lights up. That's endurance mode, that's performance mode. So basically, battery life, gaming. And even on gaming mode, you'll get 250 hours out of the 2 AA's that it takes. 2 AA's. And you have the receiver here. Typical, it's unifying receiver size, but it is separate. You can't use it as a unifying receiver, and it is special. It only works with this mouse. And yeah, it's 500 Hertz, which is perfectly acceptable for gaming. Some wired mice run that, it's fine. It has an optical sensor, which is really unusual for wireless mice, and I really like that. And let's see, if you want, you can take one of the batteries out and it'll still function. And why would you want to do that? Well, it makes it lighter, for one, and it distributes the weight differently. So, if you want that, go for it. If you don't, just put 2 in there and you get better battery life. That's a battery life indicator, by the way. The receiver goes in here if you want to travel with it or something. As far as the buttons go, they feel really nice. See the DPI indicator. It's really strange how good the DPI indicator looks. It looks really cool compared to this. You can't see it now, but it would be right here. And it doesn't look nearly as good or appealing or anything. Something that I immediately noticed when I started using this compared to this was the key travel distance. These keys travel slightly more when you click. Just very minute amount, but they have a little bit more travel. You may like that, you may not. I don't really care. It doesn't do anything for me. This, if you have both batteries in it, it's a good bit heavier than this with no weights. But it can also, this one can also get heavier than this one because of the weights that are included with it. Again, that's all preference. It doesn't bother me either way. I use this one with no weights whatsoever, and the weight of this with both batteries in it doesn't bother me. It's fine. Now we got comfort. Yes, this thing is great. This is good. I like the thumb rest thing, whatever that's called, the wing, I don't know. The general shape of the mouse is good. I don't own a G502, but it looks like a G502. So if you own or have used one of those, it's probably pretty similar to that. On this side, this button is really long for some reason. As compared to this, this is way more rounded, and it felt really weird when I first used this because this is like a sharp, almost sharp edge, and this finger just kind of rests on it, and it feels really weird at first, but you get used to it real quick, and I don't have any problems using it. I like this material. It's just some kind of rubber. Feels pretty good. It's not gonna like build, it's not gonna make you sweat or anything. Of course this one didn't either, but it just feels good. It's better for grip if you set your hand like this when you're using the mouse, which is pretty much what I do. I use it a little bit crooked, I guess, like that. Yeah. This does not have that. It doesn't have the infinite scrolling. I almost dropped it. It doesn't have that. That is one of the main reasons that I thought I would hate having to use this. And I bought this as a laptop mouse. Just a general, like, use it when you have to, laptop mouse. I don't care that this is missing. You get over it. Like, you don't need it. This is a freaking good piece of hardware. See these DPI buttons? Map this to page up, page down, done. You don't need that anymore. It's the same damn thing. Page up, page down, done. Next problem. Well, there's not a next problem. I like everything about it. Key clicks feel nice. Buttons, wonderful. Dpi indicator looks really cool. Nobody cares, but I do. You can set a DPI shift on here, and you don't have to have Logitech software running. For this mouse, for this one, you have to have the Logitech software running to have a DPI shift mapped to a button. Freaking hate that. I love this mouse. I love it. I always have. But I hated that one thing about it. This one you can just buy, load up Logitech software once, and set all your key mappings, and then you can uninstall it. You're done. Never have to use it again if you don't want to. I have all my DPI set, all that. It's done. Something I'll have to say about the durability aspect of this guy. If you drop it, and you drop it on the front like this, these buttons, let me focus in on this. I can't. These buttons here, if you hit it like this, you might break it. You might break those buttons. If they designed it more like this, there's nothing to hit. So I don't know about that. I don't intend on dropping it, but you could end up breaking it like that. The DPI buttons too, they're the same way. I'm not worried about it, but yeah, that's iffy. Moving on to the bottom of the mouse. The pads on this mouse, these, are great. It's so much better than the G500S. So much better. This only has 3 pads, and that means you're leaving this part here to rub on whatever surface you're using. So you always need to use this on a mouse pad, like all the time pretty much, because it's rubbing and you can feel it. This, you don't have to do that. You can use it on anything smooth, and the sensor can handle it too. You can use the thing on pretty much anything. Haven't tried it on glass. Let me see. Well, no, I can't do that right now. I think it works on glass. But yeah, you have 4 pads on the outside, and then you have these 2 right by the sensor. And it's just using it. This is wood, and it's perfectly smooth. You don't need a mouse pad, and that's great for what I'm using it for, because I'm using it just as a mobile laptop mouse. Before this, I bought a Logitech Marathon mouse, and it was an utter piece of shit. No exaggeration. Like, if you tried to make a straight line with it, it would like go like that, unless you were on a perfect mouse pad. And so when I bought this, I wasn't expecting this type of quality, because at the time this was only $20 more than that Marathon mouse. So yeah, buy it if you need any kind of good wireless mouse. Because in my opinion, the next step up is that new, is it G900 or G902? The $150 Logitech mouse, the wireless one. Other than that, there's not another wireless mouse that I would really even buy. The MX Master is the closest thing, and I actually almost bought that, but I'm glad I didn't. One, because this is smaller, and I needed, that's the main reason I didn't buy the MX Master, because it's so damn big. This is perfect, and I have small hands too. This is perfect. This is just a normal desktop sized mouse. These are about the same. That's what I wanted. G602. I have no cons. Buy it. Oh yeah, PS, battery life is beyond pretty much anything else in the gaming wireless world. It's great. Months of battery life. You're gonna use it for months. Just people complain because it uses AA's. Why do you care? If you get months of battery life, just buy a pair of rechargeable AA's. It's like $5 at the most. $5. Yeah. Months. Even in precision mode. Months. Turn it to this. Many months. Love it. Great. As far as response time goes, I cannot notice a difference between these two. Wired, wireless, yeah, no difference to me. And to 99% of people, you're not going to notice a difference either. In fact, when I use this, I feel like my game in Battlefield and games like that probably improved, because you don't have this freaking wire pulling on your mouse when you're trying to move it, and so you move more accurately, and you don't know how great that is until you've felt it. Until you felt a proper gaming grade wireless system, you just don't know how good it feels not to have that cord. and to still have that response time. It's great. You just need it. You need this. If you need a mouse, this is your mouse. And if this isn't your mouse, then the G900 is your mouse. But it doesn't get the battery life. And that's why I like this. When I bought this, it was roughly $50 something. And I looked back and it was like 70. 70, I would still buy it at 70. But it's not the deal that it was at like 50. So if you can get it under 70, I highly recommend it. If you can get it for around 70, well, I still recommend it, but make sure it's what you want if you're paying that for it. Well, guys, that's pretty much it for this video. If you do want to buy this, I'll have a link in the description. I do highly recommend that you use that link because it helps out the channel a lot, and I'll love you forever. Yeah, it's a great mouse. Go buy it.